I'll guide you and walk you through the course and content which we'll cover. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this course contains, the AWS Data Engineer certification training.
Mm-hmm.
So we would be liable to train you according to the course of the data engineer, which includes the basic of clouds and things, the core services of AWS, right? You will gain the professional services of data engineering task, learning and implementing the data pipelines over the AWS, and preparing for your certification of the same.
Okay. Also for interview purpose, right?
Yeah, correct. So whenever you start preparing for any certification, it is always about first we'll learn about the theory and with the practical. So
Okay.
practicals would help you to clear and understand the interviews and the certifications, whereas theories would help you to clear your basics. As I ask you some basic questions like, do you know about cloud? What is virtualization? What is ASPAS SaaS?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
these
Yeah.
are some very basic topics which can introduce you to cloud, irrespective to which cloud you are using, like AWS, Azure, GCP, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Every cloud has some basic nature. So once we are done with some basic cloud computing, we'll
Mm-hmm.
start with how does AWS will help you over this, how to ensure the key services, what are the key services, what are the pricing models, how to calculate the pricing over the cloud, etc. These all things would be a basic touch to a cloud as you are a developer, right? So it will
Yeah.
give you a very brief overview of how to use cloud, what is cloud. I'll
Mm-hmm.
help you to create your own AWS portals, desktop,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Okay. Then it will be starting with the AWS core services in the module 2. We will conclude with the compute service, storage service, and the database service. So these are the basic service in any of the certification courses. So for example, for
Mm-hmm.
compute service, we have three services, EC2,
Mm-hmm.
Lambda, and ECS, right?
Mm-hmm.
EC2 stands for a normal server, as
Mm-hmm.
we discussed right now. Lambda stands for a serverless server. So you just write the code and forget about the server. It will
Mm-hmm.
create as the API. This
Mm-hmm.
is the serverless. And the ECS is the latest one, which is the Elastic Kubernetes service. Both,
EKS.
both. EKS, ECS, both. So,
Okay.
so this is the containerized service, and in that only we have the EKS as well, right?
Okay. Okay.
Same goes with the storage account. So we
Mm-hmm.
have a normal S3 bucket.
Mm-hmm.
EPS is a block storage, and we have a Glacier for the archive storage, right? And same goes with the database, like RDS is a relational database service,
Mm-hmm.
DynamoDB,
Okay.
Redshift, and Aurora.
Okay.
Aurora is a standalone, or you can say created by AWS itself. It is
Okay.
same like MySQL.
Okay. Redshift is also created by AWS.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it is
Thank
a
you.
caching database, Redshift.
Okay.
So so we in depth we will learn all the database services and things,
Okay.
right? But again, this in module 2, this all things will be surrounded with the core services and how to integrate and use. For example, if you are using EC2 and you have a two-tier application, so how to use your first tier as a front end, back end, EC2, and database as a RDS, for example. And so yeah, I was saying, like, these are some basic core services. This would
Mm-hmm.
include a very basic and overview how to use a two-tier application. For example, your first front end is over EC2, right? So your front end and back end are loaded on a EC2
Mm-hmm.
server, which is
Okay.
using S3 as a storage account and RDS as the database. So this is
Okay.
a very typical two-tier application. So I'll help you to launch and create a very basic small application, right? Which uses a two tier for front end and back end and database. Does it make sense? Correct. Now with the module 3, we would be starting, or you can say we will be deep diving with our course, right? So the first thing we'll learn is data integration and collection, which includes the Kinesis service, data pipeline, and Glue.
Okay. Kinesis tree. Okay. Okay. Data. AWS Kinesis, AWS data pipeline, and AWS Glue. Okay.
Correct. So don't worry about anything. Like we
Mm-hmm.
will already be going to this all modules and topics in upcoming sessions, right? So you would be worrying about like what is Kinesis? I don't know. Maybe I have heard about data pipelines, but I have never worked on it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is AWS Glue? Then with the module 4, we'll go with the S3 bucket, a deep down how to use S3 and different advanced features, security, lifecycle policy, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And then the database, Redshift, DynamoDB, how we can use it in the data storage and management. Like as I said you, like Redshift is a caching database. How
Okay.
you can
Mm-hmm.
use it as a warehouse, data warehouse, how you can use it for a fast and better performance, right? And as you are a developer, you know how to use the host and how to use the APIs, how to use the uh, host name, username, password of the database, etc. in the
Mm-hmm.
APIs and in the backend, right? So I would not be giving much efforts on the coding part because as you are already the expert on that. So the language doesn't matter here.
So correct. In our course, what will we use?
Yeah, it depends on you. Whatever you are comfortable, we can use that, right?
Yeah. So,
Because
mhm.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Please continue.
So here it is. Current industry, which I mean, for a data engineer, what are they using for pipelines and stuff like that? I mean, are they using which language? Like,
Okay, so for pipeline and all stuff, they have their own separate language, which is not very tough, I will say. So, for example, to create a pipeline, you need to learn a Go language. So, Go language is based on Java. Okay, so if you specify for the data or machine learning, so it requires Python, right?
okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
if you say about the application, then currently C sharp is also trending.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter in which language you are learning, because whatever things, see, the conceptual things are almost same for all the language, just the syntax is different,
Right. Right.
right?
Right. I
As,
think
as
we'll choose Python. I
perfect,
think.
perfect, works for me as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
So
So as
further.
I told you,
Mhm.
for example, further we will learn AWS Lambda. So Lambda
Mhm.
is a serverless service which
Mhm.
provides on-demand serverless transactions, APIs. So
Mhm.
it provides multiple language like Python, C Sharp, Java, etc., PHP,
Okay.
right? So it doesn't matter what code you are writing, just we need to ensure like whatever code language and Lambda supports, we need to use that.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure like it is not too tough to learn Python when you are already working on C sharp.
Yeah.
But if you are working on Python, then it is tough to learn C sharp. You know, like C sharp would be limiting you to the data only. But when you start with the Python, then it will help you in advanced machine learning and AI as well.
I mean,
Yeah,
after.
so both part are different. When you talk about data engineering, it is
Mhm.
just a process or how to store or how to manage your data in the database and the storage account.
Okay, okay.
When when,
So
when
what
you
is the
talk
difference between AWS data engineer and AWS big data engineer? Is it same thing?
uh you can say big data is advance of the data engineering,
Mhm.
but it uses different technologies like Hadoop.
Okay, okay.
Right? So whereas we are learning here the Lambda, Glue, DynamoDB, Redshift,
Mhm. Mhm.
in big data, the main focus is around the Hadoop and its services. AWS Hadoop is a standalone manage itself, but AWS has its own Hadoop big data service.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
Mhm.
for example, this is DynamoDB, which is been
Mhm.
managed by AWS, which is
Okay,
NoSQL database.
okay.
We have same PostgreSQL as well.
Yes, PostgreSQL is not a NoSQL, right? It's a SQL.
Yeah,
Okay.
SQL, sorry.
Mhm.
So for we have like for example Aurora. So it is
Okay.
managed by AWS. Whereas we have the alternative in open source, we have MySQL or MariaDB,
Mhm.
right? So we AWS has its own services which has pros over the like normal databases and things,
Mhm.
because it has been managed and things are being managed by AWS. We are just
Okay.
concerned about our data, right? So every platform has its own things. Like for example, if you go with Azure, they have their things in Microsoft. So if you use MS SQL, so
Mhm.
I'll always say you should prefer Azure because they give low costing and high maintenance, and
Mhm.
they use high feature,
Mhm.
connectivities and things. So it doesn't matter like what things you are using, but depends on course and what things you are learning.
Like what? So when someone says comes with the title of cloud AWS engineer or cloud Azure engineer, is he a data engineer or a DevOps engineer?
No, when they say they are cloud engineer, they means they are either a solution architect,
Mhm.
either a system associate. So they just manage the infrastructure. So when I started with the course, right, I started with
Mhm.
the basic services. I told you like I'll explain you these basic services, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So they manage these basic services. For example, as you are a developer, right? You want a server where you
Mhm.
can host your application. You want a
Mhm.
development environment or a QA environment,
Mhm.
right? So a cloud engineer's duty is to create this infrastructure for you in that way that it contains the high security and whatever business standards are required.
Yeah.
Here we will here in the overview we will learn this all. Not only that part, including the networking part as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Networking. It's a
Networking,
combination of
creating the
everything.
infrastructure, creating the database, creating the connectivity with the private subnet and the public subnet,
Okay. Okay.
creating different servers like and the environment, like not
Everything.
specific everyone. Their duty and their role is to work over the cloud and create the infrastructure as per the requirement of
Okay.
the company
But
or the
but
business needs. Like creating a pipeline is a different task, and
mm,
managing the pipeline is a different task. So when
okay.
when it comes to creating a pipeline, it is been
Mhm.
handled or done by the cloud engineer or
Okay.
a
Mhm.
cloud expert. But when it comes to managing the pipeline, it comes to the
Mhm.
DevOps role or the DevOps part.
Okay.
So basic infrastructure is been getting prepared by the cloud engineers, and
Mhm.
utilizing it and giving a productive output or maintaining the chain is been done by the DevOps engineer. No, so that is not our concern as a data engineer. We are concerned about what kind of data we are managing into the database or
Oh.
storage account and how it is been transferred or smoothly managed using
Oh,
the APIs and things. So
fine, fine.
as a data engineer, we are only and only concerned about the data, not the
Okay, okay.
infrastructure, how the infrastructure is created. We are not concerned about it. But
Right, right.
as we are
So,
going over the cloud, it is some basic idea how to
okay.
launch and do the things. We'll
Right,
not
right. So,
much
you,
more deep down into it. So
Mhm,
when you learn about the data or you do a certification of a DevOps,
mhm.
it is the combination of development plus operation. DevOps already means a
Yes,
combination of development plus operations.
yes.
So it combines all the things, whichever, like it may be big data, it may be data engineering, it may be uh, cloud computing, right? It is the advanced, or you can say it combines all this,
Right,
because
right.
DevOps itself is infinity, and like whatever things you learn and keep going learning, it everything comes under the DevOps. So I am an expert on the DevOps, CloudOps, and as well as I have also got my expertise on data engineering part as well, learning this. But if you ask me, primarily, I am a cloud and a DevOps engineer. So in my curriculum, I have also worked on, and I have gained the expertise on data engineering. I have got the expertise in machine learning. uh,
Mhm.
I have started my career as the developer itself, as a Python developer. So you can say me a developer as well. And then I took the certification in the DevOps, because it is not possible for me to get all the certification.
Right,
So
right.
I took the two certifications, one starting with the cloud computing and then the DevOps engineering. Because
Okay.
DevOps, because it contains all these things. If I had done a data engineering certification, then I would be a specification on a development or a data part only.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so vision or what you are achieving does make sense. So for example, as you told, you have your 9 years of exposure in the development area itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is always preferred to go with the development certification, data certification, or database certification, or big data, ML, etc., because this all contains the development part itself. It does not contains any operational parts, as you have not never worked on the operation part, and it does not make any sense to you to get that certification.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas I have worked on 360 exposure.
Okay.
So it, like, DevOps certification makes more sense to me, just not a data engineer certification.
Okay.
And again, as I told you, it doesn't matter what certification exactly you are doing. Certification is just a proof to
Right,
ensure
right.
you that you have done this course, but
Mm-hmm.
it covers all the things. Then it is your choice or willingness, like in which field further you want to explore more.
Yeah.
Because as I showed you, first two modules will be the overview and the basics only. From
Right,
the module 3, we will be deep diving into, data things. Now
right.
from the data module 3, if you see, we will consider all about, for example, starting with the data integration and collection, right? Then it
Mm-hmm.
is the data storage and management.
Yeah.
Then it is about data processing and transformation. See,
Yeah.
if you see all the modules, it is revolving all around the data and not anything else.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So a specific certification ensures you the expertise and deep dive into that field.
Yeah, yeah.
So then in the sixth module, we will do the data analysis and visualization. And the best part, which I personally like, is security and best practices,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
and in module 8, we are ready for the AWS certification. I'll guide you on how to prepare for the certification, what kind of questions and things would be there for the certification, and
Okay.
I'll guide you to schedule the examination as well, likewise. Yeah, so as of now,
What
I
is
do not remember the code because every
it's
year
okay.
they change the code, as every year they have new course available. So at the end of the topic, I'll guide you through the code as well. As of now,
Yeah.
you can remember the name as the AWS certification of data analysis. So engineering and analysis both have same course, but they have different examinations. So as I told you, I have the solution architect as well as SysOps, system operations and solution architect. So both codes are same, but they have different examinations. So AWS or any other platform has multiple examination, doesn't matter. It should be like, for example, I said, if you want to go to big data, you can also go directly to a big data examination,
Mm-hmm.
right? But this is starting phase because you are not aware about cloud, so you can always go with a data engineering certification. And this includes all the tips and all the guidance, right, whatever required for the examination. This will be a 4 week, or you can say 1 month of course. Maybe we can extend as per our speed. This is a tentative data.